pariwo, tí à ń gbóhùn sókè, tí à ń bẹ Ọlọ́run pé ìrìn àjò Yorùbá náà kó má pẹ́, kó yá ní kíákíá. Ẹ má bínú, the washing machine is making its own job at the back while I'm also doing my own work here. So, and remember, I am operating from the house, and that means there will be some noise sometimes behind that I cannot do anything to. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà, mo kí wọn pé wọ́n kú àfarati, wọ́n dẹ̀ kú rọ̀jú. I just finished watching the football, Arsenal versus Manchester. I hope you've also had a great day. Mo kí yín o, mo kí gbogbo èèyàn pátápátá pé a kú bó ṣe ń lọ. It is either now or never, as we say. We do it now, everybody will be free. Or we refuse to do it, we will all suffer the consequence today, tomorrow, and the future to come. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá tí ẹ ti wà in your 80s, that you should have left Europe and returned back to Yoruba land, because if Nigeria was working, majority of you should not be here. But because Nigeria is not working, almost everybody is still in Europe, in their 70s, in their 80s, where their grandchildren and their children have left them alone in the house. So please share the program, as we are just starting and just setting up my TV, so that I can pick up comments and appreciate those of you that are joining us. Kudos to all the people that wants to be free, and those that doesn't want to be free. We have to free you, because it's not your fault that you don't want to be free. So some of you, we have to free you. So thank you so much to those of you, T and Walida. The broadcast might be in both language, in Pidgin, English, and Yoruba. So if I speak my language, don't ask me why. As you are coming in, all you can do for me is just share the program. Once again, remember that this platform continues to need your assistance financially. It is easy for you to sit down and watch programs, and then you expect also to have this channel to continue to do programs. But you have to bear it in mind that it is also your responsibility to support the program very well as well. And the only way you can do that is to fund it. Fund it so that this channel can continue to perform wonders in creating awareness. This platform is not supporting violence, but it does support the right of the people to defend themselves with weapons, if that is the right way and the only option that they have. This platform will continue to be speaking the truth to the powers that be, regardless of wherever they are around the world. If you're scared, we are not scared. So don't use your own to come and tell us this is how we have to say it and this is how we have to do it. So you might want to also open up your channel and do that. I do a lot of course on this program. So don't tell me what you think. It is what I think. So I am still setting up and trying to put a topic. Most people don't understand that when we write topic, it is entirely up to us what we want to write. I can just say Igboho is sleeping, and people will be asking, why is he sleeping? Igboho just do this, Babakito just do this. But sometimes we want to write topic that reflect the discussion that we want to have on the platform. So tonight, what I normally do is I go live first, then I start thinking of what topic should I talk about. It doesn't matter how many things is happening in Nigeria. That is not my problem, because nobody is going to come and I'm not taking any request. It's already 10:30 London, so you just have to listen. And if you can't listen, you have a right to walk out of the broadcast. So don't send requests. Don't call me. It's not a calling show. It's for you to listen. And if you don't want to listen, people are talking about many things on the social media. But when you come on this platform, we only talk about self-determination. The Biafra is no longer a movement. They are now known as a country. And me, personally, accept that. I believe in it. And I will always call them the citizen of the United States of Biafra. You can laugh about it and say it's an online country. That's fine. People have said so before, when even America were taking their freedom from Britain. Some people didn't believe in it. Even those that fought for our independence, many Nigerians at the time did not believe. So, Boba supported Biafra independence. Koikimedia has already believed in it. And we will continue to work with their government and see what more we can do to help them from the media. If they have anything to do, we can connect to them and broadcast it or relay it back to you. And I hope to have cordial relationship with the Chief of Staff, just as I will have with Simon Ekpa until we hear back from him. There's nothing wrong with Simon. It's just that it is normal that if you are doing what you are doing, there will be millions of people that wants to take your head off. I'm sure that if I get arrested, I will see a lot of first Yoruba people that will pull up all my videos, my pictures, and my posts, and they will start laughing and say, Olorun ti mu, we told him that Britain will come for him. They will pick him up very soon, and his mouth will be shut up. Even if I remain in the prison, and I use the word even if, because there is no evidence or anything of such. So don't think that, maybe after 2 weeks they will come and arrest me. No. I've been in this program for 4 years. So even the MI5, the British government, they are aware that we are doing what we are doing because it's not terrorism. Okay? Because I know there are some Yorubas, they are so excited that one day they will just go and arrest Koiki as well. Just as the people that are not Biafrans, the Olori Buruku Igbos, that are happy that Simon Ekpa was invited. I mean, the Yorubas are much going to be happy anyway, because they are friends to Tinubu, even though chicken is now 30,000 naira. So most of them, Christmas time, that is just under how many days now? 21 days. Most Yoruba people, they will not be able to buy chicken this Christmas because it's 30,000 naira. Their wages is 70,000. Oh, I forgot that they have not increased it yet. But they'll be waiting for where they are doing freebies on the social media, where they can give them money for chicken. So even the Igbo people were happy that, when I use the word Igbo people, the real Biafrans are not the one we're talking to. I'm talking to those Onyara, Onyoshi, Onyeberibe. All those ones that are happy that, and those Olori Buruku, Bomb Bastard, or Heinze, just like the Afenifere, all this old garbage man that we should pour acid and let them die quickly so that, okay, I shouldn't use the word die because of Instagram. I'll be using the word buy so that my Instagram doesn't go. So don't come on this kind of platform and expect, things that I will say that will make you happy. Okay? The only thing that I'm making you happy is that Nigeria is going to end. How soon is what we don't know, but I am praying that it happens tonight. fẹ́yìn ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ ń sọ pé shut up, shut up, shut up, come back home, come and do what you are doing at home. No, we can't come back home because there is no home that we trust now. But the home that we will eventually come will happen very soon. I pray it won't be long. That way we would come home and then defend the land with our blood. And what I mean by that is I will use my media like I'm doing now to make sure that our new government in the future will be held accountable for any atrocity. So if you have never donated to this platform before we start the program, you've never put your money here. Why? People in Nigeria also support with their 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 naira. Why have you never support? What is it that you've seen on this platform that you think is not worth supporting? So I'm going to ask my backup team to put our account details out in the comment section. Contribute. And we pray that most of you will continue to also appreciate that what we are doing is blood that is running in my body. I don't know what time I plan to finish, but for the last 4 years, it is this same little. The good thing is my children, when I'm sitting here, sometimes they take my pictures. And when they show me, they say, Daddy, look at you. I said, okay, I'll keep it. Because when I'm writing my book in the near future, I will just show you the ones that you've never seen before. When I'm sitting here with my family and they're taking my picture. There's a lot, but the book is not yet. What we need to first do is de-amalgamate Nigeria. Nigeria, shut up, shut up. We are going to get a leader that you bring and come and do election in 2027. Election is too late to be sorting out our problem, okay? Election is just to enrich corrupt people. So, eba mi for account details, sita. And if you want to support me, you can do so. It's voluntary. All you need to do is just say, look, Koiki, I'll give you $1,000 for Christmas, you and your family, because you have tried this year. But we expect you to remain the same Koiki in 2025. Don't let me come back on this page and you start supporting Tinubu. And let me put this out to some of the Biafrans. You are mixing us up with Afonjas. I read your comment. These people now, when Tinubu is coming up, you go and do it. Please. We are two different people. Like you also saw your people went to support Peter Obi because Obi thought he would be the president. But he will never be the president because Igbo will never be president in Nigeria. That's a fact that you know. But you are trying to see maybe Hausa people will love you or Fulani and they will endorse you to have presidency. So whenever you come on my platform, don't ever use this platform to attack us. You go on Twitter and attack these Afonjas, Olori Buruku Yorubas. I call them Olori Buruku because to them, they can't have money. They beg. They're beggars. They beg on social media for everything. And they're hoping that one day they will become SA or PA and they will make money as well, like Reno and like Abati. Like, where is Femi Adesina? That Yoruba former spokesman for the Buhari, dead or alive? Imbolowa Nisi, Mobitowa. Where is Laolu Akonde? You don't know where he is. They don't chop money now. So that is the purpose of being in government. Look at Emefiele, 755 duplexes. You think it's only Emefiele that steal that kind of money? Tinubu stole more than Emefiele. So stop calling Emefiele alone. When you are calling Emefiele, let's check on Tinubu as well. Alpha Belta took the whole of Lagos. What Tinubu is holding is bigger than the 755 duplexes that Emefiele, the wife, that one day London here, Alison Madueke has 20 more minutes. They no born her papa well to leave her house from London until 6 in the morning because she's a flight risk. Only Salo. So I remember when I was in court to witness the judge saying to Alison Madueke that, look, woman, we can't let you to go anywhere because you're a flight risk. So we're going to need a bail to bail you. The good thing about the justice system in the UK is that even if you commit any crime, I mean, I can't call her guilty until next year, November, when she returns back to court. But there's an allegation against her by the National Crime Agency for petty Jessibi Jesong. So Alice Madueke is the wife, Emefiele her husband, Yaya Bello her child. So when people say, Emefiele, look at the duplexes. They've been stealing money from Nigeria since 1960. Go and ask Babangida, Gowon, Obasanjo. Yoruba people were sọ pé ẹni tílẹ̀ bá ká mọ́ ni bàrà. So by the time Tinubu government finish, but I pray that Tinubu will be the last president. Because if I'm saying after Tinubu the next president come, we are giving them more room to steal. Because the next president will come and say, Tinubu na criminal. Look at what Dele Alake stole from the mineral resources, because a lot of people don't know what France is want to do. France. Let's start with this. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ibi wa, kàgbéga, kàgbéga, kàgbéga fàlérí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé báti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹ́jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Yinka Ogundele sọ pé, I thought the Igbo have moved out of Nigeria. Yes, they have already. Don't you know that? Chimere is asking me, what is your mission, please? Tó bá jókòó sórí bíbá wa mọ mission mi. Okay? Tó bá ti jókòó tó tẹ́tí ẹ̀ wà mọ tí mò ń jókòó lé lórí. Okay? Tó bá dẹ̀ mọ mission mi, go to koikimedia.com. You will know my mission and the reason why we are sitting here. So mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin wa ní gbogbo ibi tí ẹ ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní méjì mẹ́ta. Mo bá èyí tí a ti kà tẹ́lẹ̀ mo bá pàdé. Gbogbo yín lè rántí, Nigeria needs now the courage to dissolve peacefully. Mo kí àwa Comfort Adeleye, Aziz Shakiru mo kí ẹ, Adébáyọ̀ Káyọ̀dé ní ẹ kú ètò bàbá Koiki. Senior Evangelist John, good evening and welcome to the program. Moki Mr. Fatai Afolabi, Moki Paul, and I'm just picking at random. Sir Victor Infose, good evening, sir. I am happy as you speak about Biafra. I'm only doing my job as a journalist, but it's good to know that you are happy. Moki Mr. Adebayo Kayode Johnson, Moki. Shout out to those of you on our Twitter space. Yinka Ogundele, one Yoruba nation is our mission. Yes, you're right. The Biafra have gone, but they still have a lot of work to do to defend the territory. Mr. Jaye TV, we were together in a meeting 2 days. Some of us are not ghosts. Aziz Badeshire, that is my brother that came from Miami. Remember the one where we sit together here with a chop? You know, those things where my wife cook. Moki Aziz, Bankiyawo. Olanrewaju Taiwo, good evening. Amechi Christian Gabriel. Only your voice is not coming out. Really? Should we add the Rhoda mic? You see, when I say support, we can buy a better mic. You might not give us money now. Eh? every day we say support. I think say with a joke. So let's add this and see maybe it will make a difference. Let me add this extra mic to my laptop and see if the sound will come out better. Let me know if it gets better. I've added the mic to it. So good evening and welcome once again to my live transmission. Lukman Olaide, good evening. Prince Ademola Heritage, good evening. Who else is there? Safety Domain. Bomidada Muki Tawal America. Ismaila Inyola Muki. I greet all our Christian brothers and sisters, and as many Christians are being persecuted in Nigeria, we pray that the new administration of Donald Trump will put back Nigeria where it's meant to be for the persecution of Christians in Nigeria. Remember that it was actually there until Donald Trump, Joe Biden. I don't know why Joe Biden removed Nigeria from that particular. Let me know if my audio is better now on those of you on Koikimedia Facebook, not on the YouTube, and not the Koikimedia to do on Facebook. I'm talking about Koikimedia. Those of you that are watching me on the full screen, because the other ones are watching me on a vertical because I'm not using my full laptop. My laptop is busy at the moment. So, Ejekimo, if there is better audio. Yakubu, Kolawole, Mukibu, Wanitewa, Nidi Roko, Agbaje Wasiu. If you're watching in Ivory Coast, I greet you. In Benin Republic, we shout out to you. Okay, it's better now. Yeah, that means my mic is better and it's speaking. And the washing machine has just stopped. And that means it's better in terms of the environment. Loud and clear, Eshegoni. I think there's an improvement with the Roda mic, but we can still do better. If somebody give us money, we can buy a better mic. All the way from Ado-Ekiti, they're watching me in Ado-Ekiti. You can also tell me where you're watching from. Shout out to the United States of Biafra citizens, all your medias and everybody, the delegate, all making their way back to their different domain. It's been a fantastic 5 days convention. Mr. Fatai. If you go on my other Facebook, it's a full screen. So, Nigeria needs now the courage to dissolve peacefully. Is it going to dissolve peacefully? Violently. Somebody's watching me from Lagos, the city where money is made and ritualists are also making money. 6 girls are missing for almost 3 days now. In Lagos State, 6 innocent Yoruba, I believe. We don't know who they are, but 6 girls. Let me just leave it like that. 6 Nigerian girls are missing in Lagos. I can tell you that they've been used for ritual by Yoruba people. Watching me from Port Harcourt in Rivers State, where there's a lot of crude oil, but a lot of people there are suffering. You might be asking why. Is the injustice to the innocent citizens. The Port Harcourt refinery is not working. Watching me from Ondo City. Beautiful city. I was there some few years back, and when we had some rally there, at least before the Yoruba Nation, I visited Akoko, near Ondo State. Mokinyo. Moki àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá o, moki èyàn wa káàkiri, moki gbogbo èyí tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa. Lagos State, yes, 6 innocent Nigerian girls have been missing, and nobody knows where they are. Unbelievable. Yoruba Nation, Kafata, Agbawa, Beni. Whether they like it or not, the dark cloud is overshadowing Nigeria. Watching from Lagos as well. A lot of people in Lagos. I was checking the house prices in Nigeria, and a lot of people were saying, Koiki, this is what I am paying in my own state. Let me quickly do my write-up, but while I'm doing that, maybe we should listen to these. We don't want you to think that when we sit down here and we say, listen, it is for you to listen. You can disagree with me. That is what Nigerians are good at. Mokiyami Awoniyi, our beautiful grandmas. Moki, I had a Moki mom see me. I meant to see my mom, you know. I'll try and see her before tomorrow or day after. My mom just got into the broadcast. Moki Bugwawan Laja. I was born as a Muslim, and the Yorubas are good Muslims. The Hausas are good Muslims, but the Fulanis are not. The Yoruba have always been religion tolerant until we now start having all these infiltrators, Laniwa. And we will remain good Muslims because when you look at me, I am a good Muslim. And the attribute of a good Muslim surrounds me on a daily basis because I support the United States of Biafra. They are Christians being persecuted, genocide. I support those that are also in the north being persecuted as Hausas by the Fulanis. I support the Ambazonia. I support the Scottish that wants to exit the United Kingdom. We are now living where we will speak and nobody will stop us from speaking. Whether they like it or not, the dark cloud is overshadowing Nigeria. Somebody called me yesterday. It's not for me to tell you the details yet. But this person had a one-on-one relationship with the late Queen Elizabeth. I will leave it like that for now. He's in his 80s. One-on-one sit together with the late Queen Elizabeth. A lot of questions he asked. A lot of answer Queen Elizabeth gave him regarding Nigeria. But I'm still working on it. Good time to be alive. Imagine somebody that sat down and talking about a Yoruba man in this country. One-on-one sitting with the late Queen Elizabeth. And question was asked regarding Nigeria. But I'll leave it for now because I have not concluded my engagement with him. Mokinyo Babami for putting the call to me. It was a privilege. And I cannot take it for granted. What's up, OLAYOMI Yoruba? But it is not yet for me to deliver the message to you yet. Mokiyami Shade Oloto, she was part of the dinner and part of the rally. This is the, it's upstairs. You will get your jacket here. Remember this that we wore for the rally? Koiki mo sanwó mo ẹ fún mi láṣọ. Ṣé bẹ ṣe fẹ́ ṣe nìyẹn? Gbogbo yín lẹ máa gbaṣọ. There is a bit of delay, but you will definitely get it. Kódà only brother wa kan tó sanwó a full, I'm sure he's probably upset now with us. Full page he paid for and a cloth, we haven't sent it to him in America. Be rest assured that Koiki will deliver. The trust you put on me, we will not disappoint you. No, when they give you money, when Tinubu give you money, forget about all that. What money is Tinubu going to give you? Do I tell you I want to buy a house in London? I want to build a house in Nigeria. My name will be remembered for generations to come because 100 years from now, every one of us, probably few of us will be left. Because if I add 100 years to my age, I will be 140 years. There's no reason for me to be here again. But one thing that people will continue to go back and go back and go back. These are thousands and thousands of my videos, all being archived. I take them out of the social media because I don't own Facebook. I don't own Instagram. It's not my own personal business. I am just privileged to use the platform to educate people around the world. They don't have to listen to me, but the future to come will be looking to buy, read, study everything I did throughout the movement of Yoruba Nation. And that is why no matter how late I complete my broadcast, I download it down and I store it here and some other places that I don't have to tell you. So even if this one that gets stolen or I lose it, I have more backup of every of my videos. I am not one of those people that finish their video and leave it there. No. I'll be very stupid. That is my own intellectual property. And the future to come, I will make sure that people have access to it for free. Free when the time comes. So most people that never watch a full video of Koikimedia because they don't have data, the future soon, you will go somewhere, you will just click on it, you will sit back and then watch and study it. But it's not yet the time. We are in a movement. Don't expect everything to be done perfectly. Koiki, no, we can't get everything right because we don't have a government yet. Until we have our own government, a lot of things we will propose to our government. Nobody needs to tell the Yoruba to go into any freedom. Yoruba people know they have to be free. But 50% of the Yoruba say they don't want to be free. So when these citizens of the USB always come on the line and say, no, Yoruba people need to be free. Not all your people want to be free. We know that as well. But the populace and the percentage of those that want to be free is high. But it is our responsibility to come out so far on your way. Freedom is the best option. And to be free. I am not talking about to be free and be watching Big Brother. To be free so that no intimidation, the rule of law, respect to citizens, the availability of everything that you need in life should not be dependent on your religion, but on the government that has the right to look after us. The Nigerian government will never look after you till you buy Mukiawa Titilola Shore. So if you're one of those that sit down and say, oh, we will have a government in Nigeria that will look after us, you will not have that such government. So let me first go straight to these, my beautiful pastor. I love to listen to him because I love prophecies. Because I look at prophecies and I try to work it out with what I am doing on the physical realm. But some people know that there is something they call the spiritual realm. Whatever is playing out in the world that we are living today is also being already ordained spiritually. The Biafra are gone. Nobody can bring them back into Nigeria. If Tinubu does not allow them to go in a peaceful way, then it will be two options on the table now. Negotiate and block their borders and secure Nigeria for those of us that are still inside and let them go. While the rest will make up their mind, Africa will be free, not what the Europeans are telling us anymore. We have been deceived for too long. Forget about what Ashimon Kuti is talking about, Africanism. No, we want the Yoruba nation to start first, the Biafra, the Arewa, and we can go and walk on the top. Nigeria needs now the courage to dissolve peacefully before it is too late. My back end team, Bamifa account number, Sita. want us to listen to this while I'm doing my quick write-up. Because people that are watching it now, they don't know what am I talking about. History of the Yoruba people will be discussed in the broadcast tonight. And this was put together by the leader. You can download it for free on my website, koikimedia.com. The Yoruba people, tani wọ́n, àwọn wo ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀. You where you know you never study anything. People we don't study, they tell you our history. You come, they say, hey, no, yeah, somebody says so. Where they say so? The white people will not tell us about our history. The black man known as Babakitoye has told me who we are. So I don't need any white person to tell me about our history. And if you need a copy of the book, just go there and download it on koikimedia.com. But let's go to the spiritual realm before we come back to the physical realm as well. Because things are done in the spiritual realm. The end of Nigeria is what we are witnessing. How soon it will all fold up is what people don't know. But it's getting closer. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé ẹ kálẹ́ ẹ̀dẹ̀ káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì wa tá ń pè ní Koikimedia. You can follow him or you can decide not to follow him. Just reason I cite you. Bàbá wa Adérẹ̀lẹ̀ Yusuf, ìyá mi Kẹ́mi Òsèkánlù. To all those that contact and say, Koiki, let me support you with the little that I have. We appreciate it. Without your support, we can't do nothing. And we need that support constantly, just as BBC needs our support constantly, NBC, Fox News, Sky News. If they don't have money, they cannot operate. I am not those your blogger that come in and talk to you by joining videos together. We are here documenting our history and talking about self-determination. So when we are talking about money, don't make it look like, why are you talking about money? Because your BBC needs money, but they are not talking about what I want. That is the difference between me and them. Mo kí bàbá mi Karo Abiodun, mo kí Fagbemeleke, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin yàdàdà, and all the silent listeners, those that doesn't comment because of the nature of their job. But they say me, Koiki, we're listening to you, but my job does not permit me to surface on the social media. Let's listen to this man.
I am seeing for the unbelievable seat at home. Unbelievable seat at home that has never been recorded before. And I'm seeing for the night duty. And I'm seeing for the seat at home. This is for the one that has never been seen before. Right there in the southeast Biafran region. See that home that even the people in power and authority cannot understand. Major prophet called is prophetic and spiritual intelligence. This is all see that home that vehicles cannot step out. Civilians are not allowed to step out. Only people that are stepped out is called uniform versus uniform. What have I seen? The major prophet of God. The unthinkable. Unthinkable. As things begin to happen here and there, people are wondering what is this all about. And all of a sudden, I see dragon coming out of the water. I see dragon coming out of the water. I was thinking the dragon is going to come out from aeroplane. And I see a dragon. I said, what kind of is this dragon a believer, a human being, or what is this? And this one is strong might and power, more stronger than the dragon. Coming out. What is unbelievable, the unthinkable. I'm seeing what is unbelievable, unthinkable. Let peace reign. I said,
Nigeria needs now the courage to dissolve peacefully. Ogunbo, Omo Yoruba, the war is getting closer if peace is not allowed to reign. We will continue to propagate for peace because we are peace-loving people, but we are not stupid to be scared of war. Even Nigerians were also registering in Abuja to go and fight a war in Ukraine. I will put my name down to come back and fight a war to defend Nigeria, to defend Yoruba land at the appropriate time. I will put my name, I, OLAYOMI KOIKI, want my name to be put down as a Yoruba military to defend Yoruba territory against jihadis and the Islamic fundamental and those that do not think that we should exist. But there can still be peace. So if you're one of those that are saying, do you think that war is something that you can joke with? I know it's not. The destruction will be massive, but the rebuild will be better.
This dragon, is it a human being or who? Is he a leader or who is this that is coming out? Surveys right there in Nigeria that making me wonder, who is this and what is this all about? What am I seeing? The Lord say, this is the time. I'm seeing what's going on. This was going on. Stronger than dragon, stronger than lion, stronger than ordinary anything that you can think about. Stinking python, stinking viper, stinking serpent, or whatever you may call it, stronger than them all, even stronger than dragon. Surveys. This was called submarine surveys from the water surface. And this is surveys in the land of Biafra, the people of Biafra right there in the southeast, and I see right now, right there, a name written, and this is a name of a human being, a leader.
6 days ago, precisely, Daily Post, not my own article, not my own say, Mukiawa Susan Oladimeji Mufitawoki, Mukeyin Yami, tẹ́ ń fi àdúrà ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Ẹ má dákẹ́ àdúrà lórí ẹ̀yin ọmọ tí ẹ kó kalẹ̀, torí àwọn ọmọ yín làwa náà. Ẹ máa fi àdúrà ràn wá lọ́wọ́ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ gbà. Because the enemies are fighting back. The enemies want to defeat themselves, but not we. This was published November 30, 2024 by Matthew Atungua. Nigeria can't afford another civil war. Gowon. So that means everybody knows that there is a war looming in Nigeria. Can it be averted? Yes. If we allow a peaceful dissolution of Nigeria. If you do not allow a peaceful dissolution of Nigeria, we should all go and prepare our mind for war. And what history has told us is that any war erupts, new nations will rise up. Every single war, World War I, World War II, World War III is just around the corner. New nations will rise up. But it can still be averted. But if you're one of those that are in doubt, I am telling you the physical part, we're talking about the spiritual side. You cannot hold people that wants to go. As long as there is a real discussion between the federal government, the Yorubas, the United States of Biafra, and as long as that discussion is honest, dissolution can start happening bit by bit. The federal government can move things out bit by bit out of those regions back to each region, and they recall back everybody that are operating inside Nigeria as Yoruba to come back home. All the Yoruba military come back home and line under a new Yoruba government. If not, there will be problem ahead. The Code of Land, Eunice Uchechi from Canada. I love you so much. It still can be resolved. But when people say nothing will happen, we only have about 18 Yoruba senators and probably about few numbers of House of Reps across all the states. They can't stop what is coming. I was listening to my brother Arole 1010. I don't have his own intelligence, neither does he have mine. But he works closely with our citizens of Biafra, in South Africa. He's more closer to them and he works with them in their meetings and information. Some he will not tell you. But the information that I have, he doesn't have it as well, but we do share intelligence. What intelligence is Gowon saying? Who is feeding it Gowon that we can't afford another civil war? Then is Gowon talking about the right of the Biafra and the Yorubas? If you don't want another civil war, let them go officially. If not, Ogumbo, Okiki, Olamilekun Egbon Moki, I am your last man standing. A former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, retired, has expressed worry over the incessant crisis ravaging various parts of Nigeria, the country called Nigeria, saying Nigeria cannot afford another civil war. Then let us de-amalgamate Nigeria. OLAKUNLE Murie. Shout out to those of you that have joined us on the Twitter space and the Mix LR. The Mix LR is where you can listen crystal clear, but you cannot see. It's like a radio. While people might say nothing is going to happen, we will prepare you that in case it happens, so I was listening to my brother once again, like I said, Arole 1010. There is already a guerrilla warfare between the federal government of Nigeria and the Biafra Liberation Army. Ogun ti ń lọ láàrin àwọn méjèèjì. Don't expect the military to tell you anything. But it is already ongoing. How soon it will escalate is what people don't know. But pé kò ní escalate yẹn, irọ́ ni, ó máa escalate. A former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, ó ń fi èrò ọkàn ẹ̀ hàn pé a lè tún jẹ́ kí ogun ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà. Then tá a bá fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ogun kó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà, kí ni ohun tó yẹ ká ṣe? Òun là ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn àgbàlagbà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. I don't want a war, but you can't get this freedom without a push. Daily Post reports that the Nigerian Civil War was fought In 1967 till 1970, people talk about 5 million. What about those that are still affected psychologically? You, when you just arrived London 20 years ago, any small thing, you would claim your right, that your right has been affected psychologically. What about the millions of people that were in the wall or outside the wall in 67, 68, 69, 70? You think, say, they are still not affected? How many of us would have been involved in a slight accident in this country and we get paid through the insurance, even though nothing happened to you? Even though, say, the car just, you see Nigerians here in the UK, just a kiss with their car, with another car, they hold their neck because they know the money will come out. They will send them to different clinic. We all know how this thing works. I'm not talking about people that got involved in a fatal accident, that lose their lives, or somebody lost their limbs, or somebody died. I'm a Uche, all the way from Italy, Mukia. And we claim our right. Who is paying for the Biafra war that took place 67 till 70s? Should we afford another war again? We must find a peaceful solution to their problems. You want to claim right abroad. I'm not talking about people in Nigeria, because there's no right in Nigeria. I'm talking to the diaspora, the Nigerian diaspora, that claim right in America, Canada, with a motor accident. And you know that motor accident, but because you know you will get paid, you are holding your neck until the ambulance arrive and they put POP. Nothing is wrong with you, because you know the payout is about some $1,000, some £1,000. Who pay for the devastating psychological effect of millions of the people known as the Biafrans? Like their veteran says in Finland, they just played the first half and they went on a long break. The second half have started. Don't sit back and say, the first half, as we watch Arsenal beat Manchester, you know that after 45 minutes, they go back inside and their coach will tell them, say, go back on the field and defeat that game. Or if not, you're going home as a loser. The Biafra will fight with their last blood. So the second half of the war is already ongoing. We can still stop it before it escalates into Yoruba land and other part of Nigeria and the neighboring countries. Government, tell the government that this is the second half that is about to play out. Gowon, speaking in Plateau, where thousands of Christians have been massacred. That is the region, I believe, where Dr. Late Malafia, Ibelotiwa, either Plateau, that region. Speaking at the Plateau Unity Christmas Carol, they are still having time for Christmas Carol. And Praise Festival in Jos, Plateau State. Gowon, the retired general, expressed worried over the state of insecurity. So who is the cause of the insecurity? ṣáwa Yorùbá ní àwa la mú insecurity wọlé Nàìjíríà, àwa ta fẹ́ lọ sóko a fẹ́ dáko. Mo kí àmì Ìyábọ̀ Olóbùnmi Olúwọlé, mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ kí màmá, mo kí bàbá wa Olóbọ̀ Adébíyì. Are we the cause of the insecurity? Are the Biafrans the cause of the insecurity? Everybody knows those that are reason why there is insecurity in Nigeria. But you want to shift the blame to the people that you should not shift the blame to. Because we don't like them. Because they don't like us. So Gowon is now saying, praying that Nigeria will not experience another civil war disturbances. It is not the prayer anymore. It is the discussion on the table with genuine acceptance that United States of Biafra is no longer part of Nigeria. If not, the second half will go even much hotter. Let's go back to the spiritual realm. That is the physical side. Let's go back to the spiritual realm from this man of God. The unthinkable is about to happen in the southeast. I am not a spiritually person. I can't see anything. I am looking at things from the physical side, from what we have read in history, from what we are seeing physically. But people can see things from the long spiritual realm. Take it, believe it, accept it. That is your own cup of tea, not mine. Bomb bastard, Olori Buruku, Omali, Muki Ashake TV show.
I said, what's this? Is it satanic or demonic or what's this? And I began to say, should I rebuke this or should I cast it out and bind it? And the Lord said, no. You can't cast it out. You can't rebuke it. Because this is what's called the things that will unfold. And after that, there will be a conversion that will convert to natural human, because the season of this season and the time and what I'm seeing is what's called a dragon season, and this was called a serpent season. This was called what's called evil versus evil. This was called good versus good, and this was called water versus water, and this was called fire versus fire, and this was called heaven versus earth. And I see in the realm of the spirit, and I ask myself, Lord, should I release the power of the Ghost to fight this? And the Lord said, no. This is what's called made for the time of the season before total conversion.
Oh no, won't be alone. We won't be alone, because people have what it takes. When we can see evil, we can stop it. What we are doing now is we are seeing something and we are pleading, we are begging, we are putting it on record. Today is the 4th of December 2024 from London, 23:25 local time, winter, so that nobody will say, when you knew, why didn't you come out and speak out? We are doing exactly that now. But are they going to listen, or they'll just take us for granted? Mo kí àwọn media as well. Mo kí ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ìyá wa olóríire Àṣàkẹ́ TV show. Èmi àti bàbá ti sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Mo kẹ́yìn tẹ́ ń bẹ lórí Twitter space àti Twitter live. Safety Domain says Gowon knows he will soon die. Whether he likes it or not, he is reminded of the genocide he committed against the Biafra people. Eshegoni. We want Nigeria to dissolve peacefully without a bloodshed of anyone. But the evils around the world wants that bloodshed, and some people are ready to defend whatever it takes. This man is saying that he was asking the Creator, whatever your faith or belief system are. I am a Muslim, and I also believe in our tradition, and I believe in Christian. Do I intervene to stop it? God said no. This must be allowed to play out. Because the blood of the innocent, like Deborah that was burned to death, Dr. Chinelo that was killed on the train, our massacre in Ondo State, and many, many cases of innocent people, regardless of their faith, that the demonic country has sucked their blood because they can't get access to the medical in the hospital. People died. Women died during pregnancy because there is no adequate support to give the woman oxygen. And you are calling God to save Nigeria. It is too late. God is not stupid. God gave Nigeria every period of time to rectify all the problems. So nobody should come and tell us about God will rescue Nigeria. Not even Baba Deboye. I dare him to come out and talk about God will rescue Nigeria this time around. Because he's the most respected Yoruba pastor in Nigeria. Don't play with God. Because God gave every one of them the privilege to rectify the problem. And that is why from the spiritual realm, the Nigerian flag is gone. The physical side is now a battle between the United States of Biafra and the federal government. Nobody knows what calculation the Yorubas are preparing. They don't know. Just one letter to Downing Street has created a lot of trouble in Nigeria. That tells you the power of the pen by Professor Banji Akintoye. I myself don't know the content of the letter, but evidence has pointed that the letter is already with King Charles. No, Britain is not going to break up Nigeria. Britain is not... shut up. You don't know the power of the pen. The pen is like a bullet. You drop it, everybody's looking for where the bullet is going to land. That letter is not 2 months yet. And the copy is currently with King Charles. I'm looking at what the call I got, and I was told the meeting between me and Queen Charles, the former Queen Elizabeth rather, not me. My parents plot méjèèjì, things is about to go down. And like I put on my timeline, the dark cloud is hovering. Nobody can pray to stop it. The only prayer is to dissolve it. If you are still praying to hold on to it, it will consume every one of us. No more consume. Let's go back to the spiritual realm.
Season before total conversion, before conversion, who is going to stand against this that I'm seeing? Is there any human being on earth to stand against this? Can America stand against this? Can Germany stand against this? I am saying this was all a subversive. This is stronger than lion, stronger than dragon, stronger than viper.
How many times have I sat here without taking you to the spiritual realm and I say, there are no born America world to stop Yoruba nation? Èèyàn mélòó ló ti gbọ́ tí mo sọ níbà? America world tó bẹ́ẹ̀. They are superpower. They no born them to tell us say they no go be Yoruba nation. Ẹni máa kú máa kú, ẹni máa yé ni. They no born United Kingdom well to tell us that they will not be Yoruba country. They never born anybody for this country say they no go be Yoruba country. For where? Àwa la nílẹ̀. A sọ tán pè ní Yorùbá fún mi. Mo kí àwa Comfort Adélẹ́yẹ. Bàbá wa Adébámbọ̀ Olúgbẹ̀bí mo kí yín. Ìyá mi Kẹ́mi Fáṣọlá. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn CAF sisters, all the Muslims in the United Kingdom, all the Christians àtàwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe Ifádùwà Temple mo kí ìyá mi. The man of God is saying that he was asking, he was looking, who can stop this? Can America stop it? Can UK stop it? Can France stop it? Let Tinubu go to more countries and bring weapons, support to crush the Biafra. It's too late. You can't stop them. So to avoid more bloodshed, let's dissolve it amicably. It can still be done. But you're one of those say nothing can happen. Nigeria. And fear me will. If you're one of those from the East, and this is just an advice, you are from the East and you are still in the Nigerian military. Forget about the Yoruba in there. I'm talking about you in the East. And you will take weapon and go to that same East in Biafra land to kill your people. Do you know what you're doing? I hope you understand what you want to do. If you are still in, I am not asking you to leave the military now, but at the time that they are sending you to the East, you need to convert automatically to the Biafra Liberation Army. Nobody needs to tell you that. From the day when you'll be the one where they go say, next week we are going to the Southeast, we are going to do this, just say, okay. As you they enter, find your way out of the Nigerian military and abandon and join the Biafra Liberation Army to defend the homeland. If you go in there and commit crime to your people, your generation will not be remembered again in the Biafra land. The gods of the Biafra land will not allow the whole of your generation to be remembered. So you better be careful. It's just a brotherly advice. I am not asking you to leave the Nigerian military if that is what is paying you for now. But do not go to that path and commit crime against your people. Fẹ́yìn ọmọ Yorùbá tí ẹ ṣì ń bẹ nínú military. I know you will do it because of your hatred for the Igbos. But let me assure you that when the appropriate time comes, and we also start the same thing that the Igbos are doing, and you come to the land, we will buy you before you buy us. If you don't get buy in the Southeast, you will get buy in Yoruba land. you will go down. We will not wait for the gods of the Yoruba land to deal with you alone. We will buy you. And all your generation, we will buy them as well. Every single one of them, we will take them out. We will make sure that if we know that this is you, after we buy you, we will look your name and we will send people to your own generation and they're going to buy every one of them. So you better start thinking. This generation will brutal more than the previous generation. So the best option is when you are sent to the Biafra land, exit. If you cannot leave Nigeria, which a lot of your colleagues have done, I know a lot of them, and I will not tell you their location, that have left Nigeria because of the injustice. And I want you to look at it from the point of where Lagbaja was killed, a Yoruba man, by the Fulanese, poisoned to death. So, tó bá jọmọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ ní military, continue to get your salaries. But the time you'll be sent to the southeast is the time to leave the Nigerian army. It's just an advice. But I know that the Biafra Liberation Army will buy you. So you will not even get to Yoruba land when we start our own, because they would have buy you there. The Fulanis are going to fight you very hard. The Biafras, prepare for them. We have seen them on the social media. They have sent us strong warning. We have seen their rhetorics. They are well networked and connected. The late Malafia told us that they have sophisticated weapons. They have money. And they will do collateral damage to your people. Don't take them for granted. Let me repeat again. The Biafrans, the USB, the United States of Biafra, the citizens, don't take the Fulanis for joke. They've been well trained. They are fighters. They are not amatured as you might think they are. They are well funded. And they will commit crime against your people. I have seen first-hand attack on our own people when I was home in 2021. Some of those videos we can show you. It has only been archived and documented. And I'm talking about just few hours after the attack. Few places that I will not want to reveal. I saw that these people are not human beings. I will not give you the details of what I saw. It's part of my job as a journalist to witness such. Some of the ones that these are not humans, they are evils. Yes, we've seen them cutting people's hand and that, but they've done much worse than that. And I don't want you to go to bed thinking about it. let me worry about that myself. It's 3 years now, and I still remember what I saw. Momontoju Miri, with Chief and few of us that got there, but they were already gone by the time we got there. But the damage to that community will never be forgotten. And let me just give you one hint of what they did with Dr. Aborode. Aborode was tied and chopped to almost pieces. A PhD Yoruba man, not the one that many Yoruba people are buying. I'm talking about well-studied. What's sopa? Odepa. At least you heard about that one. Okoloyun. I'm sure you know that woman they called Okoloyun or something like that. You don't want to know what they did to her. So sit back there and say, there is going to be nothing. And nothing is going to happen. If you have not experienced them firsthand, it is easy for you to say that in your comfort zone. I saw it firsthand, fresh, and I'm talking about fresh, few hours after the attack. But they were gone before we got there. It was an hit and run. Let's go back to Gowon. All the various crises that we are having in Nigeria are so disturbing at whose fault? If everything that we are experiencing in Nigeria today is disturbing, at whose fault? The fraudulent amalgamation that we are now saying, de-amalgamate it, so that Yoruba people can go, Hausa people can go, every one of us can go, and we can then still look at ourselves and work out our differences within ourselves before we start talking about our neighbors. This is something that God knows we should not be having after civil war. He knows that we will have this after civil war because that was first half. The game did not complete in 1970. So the football match, and you know in a football match that is tense, they will kick their legs, they will run, they will sweat, body go touch body, firepower go touch firepower. And that is what the spiritual man is talking about. Gowon is talking about the physical, he's talking about the spiritual. How do we resolve it? We must come on the table, and as Baba Kitoye now say, as I come back to his own words, these are Baba Kitoye words. Baba Kitoye wrote these almost 2 years ago. And let me read it out quickly. Nigeria needs now the courage to dissolve peacefully. Part 1. And I want you to listen carefully. And if you can take notes, we'll come back to the spiritual man of God. Because I'm adding everything and joining it so that so that even if you don't believe the spiritual man, you must believe one. You must either believe Baba Kitoye or believe in Gowon. I'm giving us 3 different options on the table tonight to work with and adding my own input. At independence in 1960, Nigeria was truly the economic giant and hope of Africa. Nigeria was 25% of the population of Black Africa. One of the regions of the Nigerian Federation, the Western region had the most intensely educated population in Africa. And Nigeria therefore had the largest and the most solid class of educated professionals in Africa. By the time of independence in 1960, Nigeria ranked as one of the world's largest exporter of cocoa from Western region, palm product from the Eastern region, and groundnut from the Northern region. Of minerals, Nigeria was an exporter of tin mining in Jos Plateau, where Gowon was speaking, and coal mining on Idu Hill near Enugu just after Simon the PM was called for interrogation. We heard about the attack in Enugu by the Fulani terrorists. And every region of Nigeria had a rich deposit of minerals that Tinubu is now using to negotiate France to give them support against the Biafra. The Western region had the second largest deposit of bitumen in the world, and the Northern region had a deposit of uranium. Nigeria was known to have rich deposit of petroleum, the excrement of the devil. By the 1970s, Nigeria became one of the leading producers and exporters of petroleum in the world, earning phenomenal revenues that made Nigeria one of the world's richest countries. And today, 60% of Nigerians do not have any jobs. With the large amount of crude oil that has been extracted by Shell, BP, all these big multinational companies. Altogether, you would think that Nigeria seemed to be heading to success, wealth, prosperity, and power 64 years down the line. The average Nigerian cannot have 3 square meals, no electricity, no education. Agboro now we must say India for medical. Unhappily, however, Nigeria lacked the inner unity. And today, everybody is asking that we should go and find unity among ourselves. But Jonathan says the unity of Nigeria is only a British intention. And I'm just trying to say anything that pops up under unity. On how is it? 2 days ago, Indigo backed Tinubu's tax reform, calls for national unity on economic restructuring. Olórí burúkú, àwọn wèrè, àwọn bomb bastard, àwọn olè àgbàlagbà, àwọn olè Igbo. Or how is it? Just like the Afẹ́nifẹ́res. Àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́ bí olè olórí burúkú, àwọn bàbá òfò, àwọn tó yẹ ká ti dá sí ìdísí lára. Wicked people. Asking Tinubu that they will back him. They are not backing the one that their people are asking for. They are asking Tinubu that they will back Tinubu that is only going to be there as is be the last president, God willing, before the whole thing collapse on his head. The Ohanize saying that they are backing Tinubu just as they back Buhari and back Jonathan and back Yar'Adua and back Obasanjo. All these criminals, social cultural group, as they call themselves, àwọn olè, àwọn tí ara wọn nìkan ló mọ̀. Let's go for another headline. FRCNHQ stakeholders call for unity, innovation in Nigerian fight against corruption. Yoruba, the biggest thieves. Igbo, biggest thieves. Hausa, biggest thief. Fulani, they took over the whole military structure. and put us under them. Those ones are the biggest barrel wars supported by the Western world. So you say I should shut up. There will never be unity in Nigeria because, unhappily, as Babakitoye says, Nigeria needs now the courage to dissolve peacefully. However, Nigeria lacked the inner unity and strength needed for such greatness. Don't allow Igbo to become president. They will hijack everything. Oh, let Tinubu become the president and let him play nepotism. Buhari did the same thing. And we are looking for unity. Go and buy it in Ojuelegba market or Owerri market. Onbushi people. We will find unity among ourselves. We will work ourselves. And you know what? And I have people that marry Igbo, and we have people that marry Hausa. We can find unity among ourselves. That is people looking for love. You know how many Yoruba people marry English people? You know how many Igbo people marry, their beautiful wives in Europe? We saw them, we see them now with their mixed race children. That is you looking for love. Does not mean that everybody accepts it. You're talking about people that doesn't speak the same language, have different ideology. And why unity? The unity that you're looking for as they continue to enrich themselves alone. The hundreds of peoples of Nigeria, and when they say hundreds, because we are now about 200 million. But as at the time, we were not up to that amount. We were pushed together in 1914 by British. That area, new intelligence has come to me, like I said, Timothy Explore, by a caller that came to me and told me that he asked the late Queen Elizabeth about the 1914 amalgamation. I will not say what I was told. This is a new development that just come to me. Mr. Koiki, I have the privilege and I have all the evidence that I will give to you to prove what I'm saying. That the 1914 amalgamation was put to Queen Elizabeth before she died on this nonsense country they call Nigeria. But I will not give you all the details yet. So the one that we have been exploring is still the same thing, but there is still more now open worms to what I had. Because it has now given me, as a journalist, that wow, explore the Yeritele. But let me get all my facts before I start pushing that narrative to the social media of this fraudulent 1914 amalgamation, how it all came about. Because new intelligence is now arrived on my desk that we have never, nobody, not people in the south, not even in Amdekano, have ever explored that area. It now shows that this criminal country, the dark cloud is hovering it. And that is why the man of God says, nobody can stop it. Before we go back to the spiritual side, and I'm almost 1 hour, 32 minutes, and literally, I don't want this program to be 3 hours. And I want to talk about the history of the Yorubas a little bit. And we can't complete the program. So we're going to have to continue tomorrow, because I will not do more than 2 hours. But you're not paying me enough for pushing for 3 hours. Until then, the peoples were pushed together. Push the people together. Bí ọmọ Yíbò pẹ̀lú ọmọ Hausa together. Bí ọmọ Yorùbá pẹ̀lú wọn, ó yẹ lọ mú Fúlàní wá kẹ̀dá sí wọn láàrin. Ẹ dá wèrè pé síbẹ̀ kọ́ lọ máa wá unity. And look at us fighting each other. Looking for unity. Fake unity. Fake love. That can never exist between Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, and the Fulani way we don't know. They just put that one. And that one became very powerful in the country. So when you hear people like the Remi Tinubu say, Nigeria First Lady unveiled the nation unity fabric. Remember, we talked about that in September. That the thing where they want to take unite Biafra, where they kill their people, where Remi Tinubu no go that side and say, it's not our own, that it's not these people that do it, but can we see if we can have even people come and take free psychological medicals so that we can pump money into that region? No. All what Remi Tinubu did, Nigerian First Lady Senator Remi Tinubu has unveiled the hashtag One Nigeria Unity Fabric, which she described as a symbol of national unity. The fabric was designed by 25 years old Miss Muyifolua Bamidele. Why not designed by Igbo person? Why not designed by Hausa person? You see why we're looking for unity. Why must it be a Yoruba girl? So are you saying that there is not one Igbo bad girl that could do that same design? And we are looking for unity. Because the Igbos or the Biafrans, whatever they want to call themselves, have the right to question why is it that is a Yoruba girl making a use. Why not Remi Tinubu say, oh, in a Yoruba, why not let's just make the Igbo or Biafra or Hausa people happy? Let's put Hausa. No. The nepotism even got to that section, and I'm reading this for the first time because I never even went deep to understand and say it like this before. Omu Yoruba official, a 25 years old designer. So we don't get Biafra will be designer. We don't get Hausa will be designer. We don't get other ethnic indigenous people. The nepotism continue, and we are looking for unity. And shiri, Emawa unity kakiri. Bamidele graduated from the University of Ibadan. Why not from University of Enugu? Why not from University of Ahmadu Bello? Mokiawa Comfort Ologunja. Welcome into the broadcast now. So when we are talking about that, unhappily, however, Nigeria lacked the unity. Remi Tinubu said, no, that was the 1914 amalgamation. With this unveiled nation's unity fabric. How many of you have bought yours? Ashwebi, Dizima 123. What is the pay hour in 2050? And what is the pay capita in 2024? It's $2,449 per year. Yoruba nation's self-determination, freedom, and prosperity will transform the world via innovation and creativity. Nobody will be running to go and join politics. People that will join politics are going to work for us. Not like the one that Emefiele, 755 duplexes. But what about the one that Tinubu has acquired? We all know how many land it took from people in Lagos State. Even the body land that is living, I'm told it doesn't own it. It took it. But it's very easy for Yoruba man to attack Emefiele. Well, we leave Yaya Bello alone. No, don't talk about Yoruba people criminal. Let's focus on the Igbo criminal force. And we're looking for unity. You can see that there can never be peace in the land. To the Amparo Funawani. The hundreds of the people of Nigeria, remember that we've read this before, it's just a refresher. As I was tidying up, I come across it again. I said, this would be good to refresh our mind. Because journalists must always refresh the people's mind. We did a whole month and month on this topic last year. Nigeria needs now the courage. Just type it on my YouTube. So this is like a refresher course. But this is a lecture room. And this platform is not for violence. But it talks about how people can defend themselves. The hundreds of the peoples of Nigeria were pushed together in 1914 fraudulent amalgamation by the British. But when we say by the British, who exactly was pushing the narrative? A new intelligence has got to me that we've never explored before. We're radically different in culture. Radically. When they say something is radically, I won't wear ashoke. I don't want to wear all these Igbo outfits because it doesn't look good on me. I be Yoruba man. I don't want chop tuwo when I go party. I want chop amalangbegiri. If I go Igbo party, they give me a dikaikon and their food, I will accept it. If they say the theme of the outfit is to dress in the Igbo way as we dress as Allah Queen and all these events, I will dress in that theme. But I don't expect to go to a Yoruba party and they're serving me tuwo. I have the right to question them. Only if maybe the wife is from the north. Our culture is different. Our political traditions, religion, attitude to religious diversity, the North by Deborah for blaspheming. Deborah was by. We saw it now. Don't look at me. Now don't see the video. Now me go tell you how the video looks like. You know see that man we say na me put the matches, put fire on her for talking about Muhammad. The same Saudi Arabia that killed a journalist in their embassy in Turkey. Khashoggi was killed, murdered. They chopped the body. The same Saudi Arabia where Olori Buruku people for North, they defend Islam. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. Saudi Arabia took out one of their citizens. His name is called Khashoggi. Khashoggi Jamil Ahmed was a Saudi journalist, descendant, author, columnist for Middle East Eye and Washington Post, and the general manager and editor-chief of Al Arab News channel, who was assassinated. That's why they want Koiki come back to Nigeria so that I can be assassinated and chopped to pieces, which is never going to happen. No, come back and do this in Nigeria because you know that there is no rules and regulation in Nigeria. No, don't sit in UK. Let us come and be together. If you ever tell me to come back to Nigeria, you go better for your papa and your mama. Idiot all over the place. In Nigeria happen to you and your family as they're torturing Dele Farotimi right now. Where is Daddy Yati? 4 years, dead, alive, nobody knows. Look at them looking at me. They'll go and vote again 2027. Where is Daddy Yati? No, who knows where he is? Nobody knows. Do you know how many innocent Yoruba people are in prison for crime that they've not committed? If they commit a crime, take them to the court and charge them and sentence them. But don't put people in the prison because you had something. They told you something about them. What led to the death of Jamil Ahmed Khashoggi in Istanbul? All you need to know about the Saudi journalist death. This is BBC, your most loved channel. 24th of February 2021. Killing of Jamil Khashoggi. On the 2nd of October 2018. Jamal Khashoggi, a US-based journalist and a critic. Anybody that's a critic must be prepared for an attack, spiritually, physically, from everyone that you are criticizing. So you must prepare your mind. If it's going to happen, but we pray it doesn't happen to any one of us. But you must put it at the back of your mind that it can happen. It was a critique of the Saudi Arabia's government. But since it's not in Saudi Arabia, you would think that no problem. But sometimes you might want to do something with your embassy, which it needed something to be done. He was living in Turkey with his wife. He booked to visit their embassy. I'm talking about the Saudi Arabia embassy. He walked with his leg into the consulate. He never made it out. He was murdered. These are the same kind of Islam practiced in the northern part of Nigeria, where Deborah was spy. But Nigerians do not see that. They are more worried about Simon Ekpa. They are more worried about Igboho and Koikimedia. And they forgot that we are living with people that have, according to Babaki Toye, they are not religious tolerant. You talk about their Islam, they will buy you. In the month that followed, conflicting narratives emerged over how he died and what happened to his remains. Imagine they murdered him, they took every part of his body, they dissolved it. And who was responsible? Saudi officials say the journalist was killed in a rogue operation by a team of agents sent to persuade him to return to the kingdom. Do you understand that? Saudi say, look, two agents that we say, go and talk to Khashoggi that, look, we love you. We are a critic to the government. It's normal. But we love you. Come back home. They are the one that did what we did not tell them to go and do. Do you believe that? Idiot all over the place. PhD idiot Yoruba people. PhD Biafrans idiot that doesn't believe in the cause of what they say there's a country, or Haize is supporting Tinubu against their people because they want ego manya. The Saudi officials said again, I quote, the journalist was killed in a rogue operation by a team of agents. We don't know how many of them, maybe not 5, maybe not 6, sent to persuade him to return to the kingdom, while the Turkish officials say the agent acted on orders from the highest level of Saudi government. Who was Jamal Khashoggi? As a prominent Saudi journalist, he covered major stories like we are doing right now. What are the major stories today in Nigeria? Ask yourself, what are the major stories going on in Nigeria? It covered the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, the rise of the late Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden for various Saudi news agents organization. For decades, the 59-year-old was close to the Saudi royal family and also served as an advisor to the government. And he probably turned his side against them, just as Igboho. Igboho is a political thug. Igboho works for Tinubu. Igboho is even the one that put Adeleke in Osun State. bomb bastard and lórí burúkú. But now that Igboho turned against the politicians, after he knows in and out of them, what do you think they're going to do with him? So you think that they will just allow Igboho to continue doing what he's doing after knowing more about them? The first thing they did was say if we can take him out, just as they took Jamil Khashoggi out in 2018 in Saudi Arabia, in Istanbul. The difference is Oloye is not a journalist, but he was part of those that were the political system in Nigeria. And he says, look, okay, I don't want to be part of it anymore. I want to be part of my people. That is where Oloye problem started with them. If Oloye was not part of us, can you go and tell MC Oluomo to join Yoruba Nation and he go answer you? You think MC Oluomo is not listening to us? He listens, he says he doesn't care. First, his father is the one in power. Second, his ambition is to become the president of the National Union Road Transportation System in Nigeria. Third, he's also probably going to have ambition to become a king. Because we saw his move. He wanted to become a king in Oshodi. We saw all the atrocities that he committed in that axis that I have a lot of witnesses and evidence. So after Tinubu finished, you think MC will sit in Abuja? No, he's coming back to Lagos, where they will give him a position as the next king to one particular area, and he will have his motorcade. And each time he goes out, you think, if they say, oh, that's the governor that, oh, no, it's not governor, it's MC Oluomo, and you will count like 15 cars with heavily armed security. That is the kind of country they want us to continue to live. Mad people all over the place. So let's come back to Khashoggi. We know now that he was part of the royal family, close to there. He served even as an advisor to the government. So what changed? What was Khashoggi saying in the system that says, no. No, I'm not working with you anymore. I am against this. And you think that they will let him go? With all the information that he knows. That becomes a threat to his life, which eventually took his life. So when some people say, hey, Igboho is not doing Yoruba Nation anymore. Igboho left and go and support Tinubu. And some idiot people from those that call themselves the Southeasterners. Not a true Biafrans would dare not ever talk and say Igboho is compromised. If they say that, they are bomb bastard as well. It go better for you now. And it's surely. Were you there when they gave Igboho money? Were your papa there? Hey, Igboho has collected money. We're not hearing anything. Idiot all over the place. I'm all lushy. If they've killed him, that's why you just say the same thing, that Igboho collected money and they kill him. That is the price you pay if you switch around to the true side of the people. That is the sacrifice. Is paying for that sacrifice. And you say some of us should not appreciate it. So you want me to appreciate them so more than Igboho? I'm asking. No, you can't love Igboho more than Yoruba land. No. Who tell you say we don't love Yoruba land? If I don't love Yoruba land, I'll go to my bed. You don't have to. You force me to come out. Anybody force me to sit here? Say you think say my Igboho they force me make I come back on the talk. You think say na Mamakitoye? It is under my own wish. 517 guests traveled to Finland at their own will. Nobody put gun for their head. Say, if una no go Finland, make the say una, we go blow your head off. Every single one of them, which we say thank you so much for telling the Finnish government that the Finisher, the good guy, PM Simon Eber, is not a criminal. Because that was the same thing that we were talking about when Igboho was picked up in Benin Republic. Oh no, Koiki, you run away now. We saw you run away. Shut up. You think I run away? Idiot all over the place. Because you want to know too much. I flew out of Benin in the afternoon while Igboho was meant to fly out in the evening. But it was stopped. And you run away, Idiot all over the place. I want Lucy. Because you don't know what is happening at the back end. And you think I am like that, people where they eat foul nyash. So come on social media and turn everything to content. We will remain standing shoulder to shoulder with Igboho for putting his life at risk to save Yoruba people from the damage that the Fulanis are bringing to our land, which Gani Adams refused to do because he's the one that say is the generalismo. So we expect him to be the one to lead, but rather he's waiting for his own kickback. But we know that he can't get any kickback from Tinubu because they are two different enemies of each other. And I've told Gani Adams, come out, talk fully about Yoruba Nation. We will give you all the support that you need from this desk called Koikimedia. Because I knew Gani Adams before Igboho. And the reason why I traveled to Ondo State in 2017 was because of Gani Adams and the late Uncle Dapo Williams that died in London. Go better for you now. Koiki and Igboho, they're not doing Yoruba Nation anymore. Tinubu don't pay them off because they want to know what I know. If Igboho is not doing Yoruba Nation anymore, you all have the right. Thank you so much for the super chat, Dizzy Man 123. To also take yourself out of your comfort zone and return back to Nigeria and see what you can do to help Yoruba people to get the hell out of Nigeria. But that will not stop Igboho and Babakitoye to continue to lead the movement. Have you not heard that there's a woman called Dukbonitiri that called herself the former wife of late MK Abiola? That she even says she has declared Yoruba Nation. You've never heard about her. What is the end of them today? So, if you are still one of those that is bitter about Igboho and Babakitoye, whether they are in the movement, they have compromised, they are not doing Yoruba Nation anymore. Thank you so much, Safety Domain, as well, for the super chat. Bankole Fawa Imimokeyisa. Dukpe Dagburu. You know what they call Dagburu? I was listening to one of the media from the Biafra. Can't remember which one. I think the one in Belgium, my brother. Some of Yoruba people say, the Igbo people, they know they fight to Biafra. Because you are not on Twitter now. There are some of them that called DOS, DOS. There are some of them are listening to me right now. The evil they have against what happened in Finland, you'll be surprised. Igbo won't stop Yoruba Nation because Tinubu is in power. Igbo is not doing anything anymore. Because they want people like us to come out and say something. Because there's nothing in this movement that I don't know. The first 10 people, Yoruba Nation, my name must be included. But I am not sent to you when I am not sent to you. I am sent to you when I'm sent to you. But I talk from the perspective of a journalist. Just like Khashoggi was doing until he was murdered by the Saudi government. So what makes you think that the Nigerian government cannot murder any one of us as well? Which they will not be able to do because our go duro. Benny, we continue to pray and become very careful as well. And we will continue to watch our back. Because for every day, there's somebody out there that is ready to take us out. And it's just not me, including those on the homeland. So when you are the one sitting in the computer there and be doing all this, your voice note, bring your face out. Let's see your face as well, so that you can become a target. Some of you where they use fake account. It's only on this show people will call, they say, mention your name, they can't mention their name. And you say, But Koiki name is good to be mentioned all over the world. I give kudos to my wives and my children and my beautiful mother. Those are more than enough to keep me going. All others are just extra, which are called, you know, when they say body, as we shield the bowo, we go to shield them. If you attack him, I go attack you. If my ego general attack him, I attack you. If anybody attack him, I attack you in the back. If you attack the back, I will go attack your father. That is the reason why I told them in 2021 when I went home that this media will stand. If all the media run away, I'm more than enough to handle every single one of you. I am your last man standing. I have the zeal, I have the energy, and I know my star. And we will continue to pray to the gods of the Yoruba land to continue to protect Igbowo and Babakitoye for us. Thank you so much. Our beautiful mother just says there, Comfort Ologunja. I believe Dukbo Onitiri can see how a country has been declared, claiming that she has declared a fake country to herself and a dry nation. Thank you so much, Aziz Shakiru. Let us stay together in one unity so that we can push things and pull the structure down quickly. She came in and some diaspora bought into that nonsense. Nigerians must understand that nobody hates anybody. But we need to review the situation on the ground. If not, let's go back to the spiritual realm. I think I can still give you a bit of maybe another 30 minutes.
Stronger than viper, stronger than serpent, stinging serpent, and stronger than any wild beast and any water beast or whatever it is. And this was called the time and season versus time and season. Evil for evil, good for good, light for light, darkness for darkness. And this was called surveillance from the sea, brand to Faradila as well. I don't understand. What's this? Major prophet of God. You are the scanning instrument of the Almighty to scan through the realm of the Spirit and begin to dictate. And he says, this is what's called the time and season. The time and season. The time and season. The time and season. Spiritual intel. Spiritual intel. I want to rebuke this. And the Lord said, no, thou shalt not rebuke. This is not in your power to rebuke. For it shall surely come to pass on the face of the earth. Who can stand against this? Whatever war powers, whatever America, can America stand against this? Can China stand against this? Can what powers stand against this? We can stand against this. The major prophet of God is seeing the realm of the spirit. Flesh and blood cannot see. Flesh and blood cannot understand. Men cannot understand. Flesh and blood cannot understand. These are the things of the spirit. These are the apocalypse. Apocalypse. And the things that are in the realm of the spirit that can only be understood by what's called the eye of the Lord. The eye of the Lord. The eye of Jehovah. This is what I'm seeing. What was this? Unthinkable. Unthinkable. And this was called shut down, lockdown. Sit at home. Can this earth withstand what I'm seeing? Jesus took upon himself flesh because of the sons and his inheritance were flesh and blood. He took upon himself the form of a man, that he may go and destroy he that has the power of life and death.
We come back to the spiritual realm. Let me appreciate a few more comments. Mukiawa Kentos Abebi, the Vice President of Ifelodun. Uzoma Donald. Igbos and Yorubas are the ones that makes these their Nigeria great, and we will be the one to put the structure down peacefully, non-violent, but ready to defend. Ifelodun Apapo and the world media were fully involved in the activities of Igbo's dinner and the rally. Prince Bamidele Olawale Ogunbajo. Shout out to Dr. Zabi, the president of the Yoruba World Media, and the rest of the team. David Eze, good morning. Yakubu Kolawole, good morning. Let me read back again. Nigeria needs now the courage to dissolve. I'll just give us another 30 minutes and then I can go and sleep. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. It's your first time coming across my platform. It is the self-determination. And as far as I believe, I accept that the USB, the United States of Biafra, is a country. You don't have to accept it. But with time, you will have no choice than to accept it. Because Tinubu himself does not have the balls to hold us all together anymore. And that is why we're saying to him, Nigeria needs now the courage. It's about the courage. Oh, shut up. What did you travel to London with? Yes, I traveled with Nigerian passport, Olori Buruku, and then so what? Idiot all over the place. And the Yoruba doesn't have a country, so we still have the right for those of us that want to use the Nigerian passport. Does that mean that we shouldn't talk about the dissolution of Nigeria? I'm asking. As soon as we have our country, we will have our passport. But those that have foreign passport, they have opportunity. So if you don't have a foreign passport, yes, you will still maintain your Nigerian passport, especially if you need it for all kind of different verification as an ID, or if you want to travel. So does that mean because you carry Nigerian passport, you don't have the right to talk about the disintegration of Nigeria? Are you crazy? You're Deniemi. The day that the country dissolved, all the banks in Nigeria will no longer bear the name Nigeria on the soil. There is trouble. They say, there is fire on the mountain. Run, run, run. You see all the bank waiting for Southeast, eh? They are giving them time. Orders will start coming out soon from the Biafra government in exile and de facto. All they need to tell the bank is, if they burn their papa well, and they ask them to change the name, make them not change their name. And let's see how they will operate there. Nobody wants to destroy anything, but you would have to listen to the new government. So if they say, don't open bank on Monday, if they burn any bank workers, go to office on Monday. That tells you that this government is already in function. That is the government in running already. All they need to start doing now is see how they can start making it easy for the banks to accept. But the Nigerian military barracks might not want to accept, but that one will be woto woto. And that's why they call it autopilot. When the Yoruba gets to that stage of how we want to do ours, Koiki, this Biafra convention, we like them. Let's go and declare. We have leaders. You call the leader. Even in Nigeria, can you the thing where you detect Tinubu, you do Tinubu, they South Africa now, they enjoy life. He's not going to travel more than Buhari. So you can, yes, you can give all your suggestion. It's great. And I like Yoruba people. Èmi náà ní ọgbọ́n ọmọ kékeré mi. Okay, àti gbọ́. But Baba Akintoye will decide when the next moves will be. I don't know. And even if I know, I will not tell you. So I don't know. But what I know is that the movement continues as awareness continues. That is the state that we are still in. And if you don't want to wait, go and carry whatever you want to do and do whatever you want to do. And we will be looking at you from here. The Dupa came out and said she has declared Yoruba Nation. We did hear the look. If we, me, OLAYOMI, if they declare, the one way the Biafra they even do, if they are going to declare Yoruba Nation, I will not be in UK. I will be in the soil in Yoruba land. To be there to witness it live. Just as people travel to Finland, do you know what it means to put 517 people out of every part of the world to go and see how the restoration was going to take place? Some people think it's a joke. So you are one of those Nigerians thinking they are doing a joke. So people will buy ticket, put money for ground, travel. What do you think they are doing again? No. Or what do you think that they are planning again? I pity a lot of you that are saying, oh, shut up. It's an online country. The online country. They're not. I don't know what they plan. But the man of God is looking at it from the spiritual realm. Gowon is telling us about the civil war. I am telling you to go and prepare that there can still be peace because we want peace to reign. But don't go and be praying to God and say nothing will happen. No. What should happen is Tinubu needs to call everyone and do this dissolution peacefully. So let's read further quickly. Until after the Second World War, the British did nothing to give Nigeria a unified existence. When at last they granted a unifying constitution in 1949 to 59 and created under it a federation of 3 regions, Eastern, Northern, Western region, and it is too late to go back to those areas anymore. Because we don't want to be under the bracket of the British fraudulent amalgamation. They boldly, because I know people will say, hey, no, Agu Rosie destroyed. Igbo people will say, no, be Agu Rosie. And we go fight each other. That is the fight that we fight all the time. Who destroy regional government? What we should be discussing now is who become the first country out of Nigeria. United States of Biafra have done so. Who destroy regional government? Koiki, stop supporting these Igbo people. Now go. That is the one way we're going to talk until Tinubu capture and sell everything to France. You are talking about Igbo people. Do you know the agreement Tinubu just did with France? With the mineral resources in Ondo State? Yeah, your state. With the one we did for Osun State, with all the gold. With the gas we did for Ondo State, we have gas as well. And now talk about the one we did for Southeast. But the one we did for North, Sultan of Sokoto is telling Tinubu that if you dare sign anything in the North, we will squeeze down your balls and Remi Tinubu will not have something to play with when you are in the bedroom. So whatever you are signing, take the North out of the picture. And Tinubu say, yes, sir. Because that is how powerful Sultan of Sokoto is in Nigeria. But they can negotiate with France our mineral resources. So when Yoruba people say, Igbo are buying our land, you better look at what Tinubu is selling now. We saw how, because by the time I pray Tinubu will be the last president, because if we allow the next president to come, that is when they will start telling us that, do you know that Tinubu sold this side for another 100 years to France? But you don't believe that. We saw it now in Ogun State, that Olori Fidlagogoro, Ibukula Musu, how he sold Ogun State to to one local government company in China. And look at how powerful they were to seize Nigeria presidential. That itself is madness. But Nigeria, what we want to do, Koiki, explain to us why we should not go back to regional government. But you know that it's these Igbo people that destroy regional government. We don't need all that anymore. We need a full country. Nobody should even talk about any regional government, anything. We don't need anything of such. Maybe we go our different ways, have borders. So when you want to come to our border, we look at your ID and we put it under machine and make sure that it's not a fake that you produce. When you want to come in, we scan your body as we scan my body each time I go out of this country so that you don't bring any drugs and kill our people and do fake product. And for the Yorubas, we will start dealing with the ones that wants to do ritual. We will take them to psychiatric hospital in Aro and say, look, to make money is not about using human parts. We take you to Haro, we refresh your body, we reset it again, we put it out there, and we give you innovative technology to work with. Idiot all over the place. If Tinubu think that France will be used to fight Biafra, the dragon is waiting. The dragon. Nobody, even America could not defeat the Vietnamese. Tinubu should study history that the IRA dealt with British for 3 good years. But we want peace, because on this platform, we are peace-loving. Let's move swiftly. Because when we talk about regional government here now, people will say, hey, but these people that destroy regional government, all that one is too late. Because British knew what they were doing. So all the regional government that they gave us as well was not honest. If I want to go to Germany now, I will go through borders. I even want us to have borders and proper electronic borders. Don't bring any goods to our land that is not up to the standard. You're going to bring that tomato, we want to make sure that the tomato coming from the north is consumable. If I go to my local store and I buy pepper, and I come home, my wife cook it, and I have stomach upset, I go to the hospital, they can test it. They will ask me my last meal. And they will go back to where the pepper came from. That is why your goods cannot get to the UK, because it doesn't have what they call it is not traceable ownership. I tell you that that country needs to go so that we can then redesign our agricultural sector and bring yellow pepper. And I know that this yellow pepper is coming from this community. This gari is coming from Ijebu. It is not the one that has been diluted from China. Myself and Captain John have told you this so many times. We went to Spitalfield Market, open blank check. They say we should write any amount, but you must bring the yam, and it must be traceable. Don't go and bring yam from Ghana and tell us it's from Nigeria. Whatever you sign here, you can be going to prison for it. I told Captain John, I said, I hope you heard what these English people is talking. Me, I know, you're not saying, me, I day here. You if you run away. He say, Yomi, what are you talking about now? It's from the southeast. He say, Yomi, we don't fit take this money because that country, Nigeria, for 10 years, I've been trying to tell them that airline cannot be bringing flight to Nigeria and go back empty. It's got to be filled up with goods to be sold abroad. But that country, I don't think we can do this business, Koiki. I said it's better that we are both honest with each other. That was about 10 going to 12 years ago. The same Spitalfield Market that every produce of different countries arrive. If you go there by this time now, is bustling, till 4 o'clock in the morning. People are buying mango from India, this from that, this. Nigeria is just 3-6 hours. We cannot bring cargo of goods from Nigeria and sell because there is no traceability. Even the pyramid granite, the North can start developing it. If they can't develop, we the Yoruba can go there and help them to redevelop it, and the Igbo can sell it. They grow it, we take it from them, but we make sure that we will tell them that we need to know that it is traceable. There is still future relationship with us, but with borders this time around. We need to close the borders for those that are not meant to be on our country. But don't come and fight Igbo and say they are buying your land when Tinubu is selling your mineral resources to France. I don't think you understand that. Because the mineral resources, they will dig for 100 years. The regions did well for their peoples, with the Western region as a developing leader and pace setter. But rancor and hatred, unhealthy rivalry marked their relationship. You think, say, people when they look you, bad people say, you know, I want to develop. Oh, yeah, put sand for their gari. As a Jebu man, I love my gari so much. I can't do without drinking it. But imagine I'm drinking my gari, and somebody from southeast or the north, they look at that gari and say, you they drink gari, British gari, you put milk, you put sugar, you put granite, and you put kilichi next to it. And me, I they drink gari, no milk, no sugar, in the hot weather. I'm gonna put sand for that gari where Koiki they drink. That is the hatred that we have lived with for the last 64 years, deceiving ourselves that we are one unity country. But Jonas has said the unity of Nigeria is only a British intention. Then, to ensure Britain continued control of the Nigerian economy after independence, the British maneuver in a great detail and did the biggest crime to humanity. As election was about to play out in 1959, everybody was campaigning, Zig, Howo. And the British was telling the North, we know what we're going to do. Let these two idiots, according to their own say, continue to think that they will win election. We will tell them that we are Baba the rigger. So you think that Tinubu started rigging election? No, British told us how to rig. And according to Babaki Toye, the British maneuver in great detail and falsified the national censor, install a stumbling block in the constitution, rig the pre-independent election heavily, influence the post-election inter-party negotiation. An idiot come and tell me that Tinubu rigged the election. British no rig election for the North in 1959 that made the North to become the power broker today. And they will tell you categorically that they have the numbers. Let us do a proper census and count how many people will they not, and see how many will they be. And they use that till date to tell us that they are the majority. And that's why in your Senate, and I see people talk on TikTok, say, take your request to your House of Assembly. And the senator in Abuja, the senator where they care, as they did now, they deal with all our Ashawo people. Sorry, I don't like using that phrase because of our beautiful sisters. They've converted them to Ashawo. High-class prostitute, all in Hilton Hotel right now, sucking their dick. Bastard people. We will make sure that everything goes down when the right time comes. Just a matter of time. We sent you to Abuja to look after the people. Bomb bastard. Wicked politicians converted every innocent girls in Nigeria to high-class prostitute. And that's why 6 girls missing in Lagos State after attending what they called a private house party in Lekki. 44 local government in Kano. How? It is what the British did as far back as 1959. And stupid Nigerians that knows the truth will sit here and be telling you we will win election. Go and win Tinubu election. You think Tinubu is stupid? He will rig the election if he has the opportunity 300 times. But the only difference is Tinubu will never be alive in another 100 years. He will be dead. Yoruba land will be existing. Something must be done, and it has to be done now. Somebody could die for somebody to exist. Could they die for him? You think this is a joke? If it's a joke for you, some of us are ready to sacrifice. We'll go better for you now. Safety domain says traceability is a key element of quality management standard. I learned about this 12 years ago when we went to spit up. They even told us specification. You see this yam? It has to be like this. You need to bring the soil. When we look at all the details of what they've given us, I look at Captain John and said, I don't think we're going to come back here again. And I was right. Because every details of what they told us, they gave us open blank check. Go and write how much you want in pound sterling. And give us the time frame when the first year we arrived in London. We could not deliver. Asakuro Mbeni. And some of you come and say, hey, we are doing Moyo, that one, they go there on the Twitter. They think say they are big boys. They're big boys. Send me a put message. Nigerians don't want to work. Oh. All the people we have say make they come work, they don't want to work. All your influencers giving you headache on social media. Who will lead Yoruba nation? Your father will lead Yoruba nation, bomb bastard. Come and be asking stupid question here. But you can't. If you don't get balls to be our leader, you will be a leader of Yoruba nation. Your father will be our leader. Bomb bastard. Aside to Clement. Just 6 girls go some. Before December, there will be more girls that will got lost. Idiot all over the place. Be asking stupid question. How old was Buhari when they were running the show? How was what? Gowon, every one of them when they were running Nigeria. Because some of you don't have the balls. I'm not weary. Not be the question of food. Go and bring Babangida to come and be your leader. Because you cannot process and think yourself to know that you also are leaders. But not leaders in that shit hole country. You can see Showore now saying, let's everybody come out to defend the Elephant meal. Let's come out we come out and protest. By tomorrow they don't forget about the Elephant. The Elephant means they forget about him there. We are waiting for the next person that the system will and it shall and we continue like that. Is that the kind of country you want to remain in? Talking. So as I'm going to be ending the program, like I said, we will leave it like that for tonight. Let's appreciate every single one of you that have joined us. Mokiyipe Eshigoni. I don't trust anyone because we're talking about life and death. But we still have to appreciate people that believe that the cause that we're fighting for must be done. And if it's not done today, be ready for Sharia laws. My wife sent me some women in Afghanistan. They just went to their medical school and said, from today, you can no longer become a doctor. Say it cannot happen in Nigeria without your coconut head. It cannot happen. But by God's grace, inshallah, in Jesus' name. But we can see Muslim tickets. in a secular country. So all the Christians, we can't get one to become vice president. Thank you so much to all our listeners at the early hours of this morning. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. I hope you have a great morning ahead. Like I said, something must give way for something. But we still believe that Nigeria needs now the courage to dissolve peacefully. It can still be done if there's a zeal and the will. If there's no will for it, then we must all prepare for the worst case scenario. Aside to my friend, my old friend, we've known each other for a very long time. Ademoye Babatunde, thank you so much for joining. And somebody say make it no cost. If I cost, can't put water or put fire for my mouth to make a no cost. Maybe not your platform. Bomb bastard all over the place. Any show really. Moki ami comfort ologunja moki ubanyawa ti darapọ̀ mọ́ mi ní àárọ̀ yìí. It's 1 o'clock and we should go to bed. It's 2 o'clock in Nigeria and I have a very early morning to pull out again. Thank you so much. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, and as we continue to say, we can still find peace to resolve the situation. But if there's no peace, we must prepare for violent anarchy and a full stop to Nigeria by force. Clement, thank you so much. To all those that travel to Finland and have returned back to their base, probably maybe 1 or 2 of you that are still in Finland, we say thank you so much for representing your people. It means a lot to some of us. Because if you no go, hey, Afonja Media, therefore laugh. Imagine if the hall was empty. You know the camera said, they go say to camera, no show back, oh, but look at the crowd. You think 517 is a small number? It's a big number. But like I said to you, don't go and sleep with your 2 eyes closed. Remain 1 eye open. Tinubu has a lot. I don't have any intelligence yet. But as soon as we have anything, we will share the one that we are told to share online, and I will share the rest with the back end team. Thank you so much to the Chief of Staff, Ngozi, Madam Ngozi. Thank you so much. And to my people on my other side, let's remain firm and adamant. Continue to put that little resources to the 10 Ewa Romeo. Those of you that we told that there's still issues with the website, they're working as quickly as possible. But if you want to put the money in the Ewa Romeo in the homeland, do ask me, I will give it to you. I will not give you my own personal account when it is the one that you want to put for the contribution towards the movement. What we saw the Biafra did, the Biafrans, it involves a lot of money. No money, no honey, like they say. Good morning. And God bless Biafra people. God bless Ambazonia. God bless the Yorubas. God bless the Scottish. And God bless all the freedom fighters around the world. Bye for now. Thank you so much. Keep about Prince Adebayo Shitu. Odaro. Adedayo Ogutade.